Sarvebhyo namaskaraha. Shruyate va? Can one of you just yes. So I take it as a yes, and that the audio is clear. So let's start with Prarthana. Mangala. Vandetam madavaranendravadanam madbhagadheyakritim shundadanda suchalanena jagatam mayantarayamayan vidravya pranati prasanna hridayo yo nukta eva swayam rakshatyanvahamatmanoti birudam vaidyesha putrabhidham. Namaskaraha once again. So last class we had covered the prologue, right? Katha Mukha was covered. We saw how Vishnu Sharma was given this tedious task. He was not given, he took it upon himself to educate the dull princess of the king, Amara Shakti. We also learned a couple of Subhashitas which spoke about the essence, about consuming the essence of something, knowing something in principle. So, and how important it is through this wonderful verse, Anantaparam kila shabda shastram, alpam tathayur swalpam tathayur bhavascha vighnaha, saram tatho grahyam apasya phalgu, saram tataha grahyam phalgu apasya saram grahyam katham hamsaihi yatha क्षीराम्बु मध्यात् क्षीरमात्रं गृह्यते तथैव उधैरपि सारं ग्राह्यं दृष्टं पूर्वस्यां कक्ष्यायां. So this class is going to be the entry into the text per se. So this class is going to be the entry. We are entering Mitra Bheda Panchatantra, the proper text now. So again, this, even though we can call it the proper, we can say that we have entered Panchatantra from Vardhamana Vrittanta, which we are going to be seeing today. It's about a Vardhamana, a person called Vardhamana, who starts a journey. Okay. He starts his journey from his hometown, Mahilaropya, the same city where Amara Shakti ruled. That Mahilaropya was mentioned as the city that was ruled by Amara Shakti as well in the Kathamukha. The same city, this Vardhamana, there is a merchant. He's a Vanik Putra. He's the son of a businessman. He's very well off, but he still wants to make more money. He wants to augment wealth. Okay. So he proceeds and he thinks about the different ways of making money, etc. And then proceeds on a journey. He takes leave of his relatives, friends, and family. And then with a huge retinue following him, he goes to another city called Mathura to do business. Okay. So, and how is this related to Panchatantra as such? It does not have a very strong relationship to the main story of Panchatantra, because Panchatantra, the main story starts when a cow enters a jungle and befriends a lion. Yeah. So that is the entry point, the real entry point, we can say. But still, this Vardhamana story, it is this episode is providing some sort of a means to the author to talk about the importance of making money. Why is Artha very important and why is Arthoparjana very important? Just to convey this point, he is going to be talking about Vardhamana and about the different thoughts that come to his mind about the need for making money. So Panchatantra being a Niti Shastra, which includes tenets, principles of wealth management, etc. So it is very important that the author at the beginning itself talks about the importance of Artha. Right? So he uses this episode of Vardhamana to provide us an example of a person whom we can take as a role model, who is trying to make money, not in a very bad way or anything, but he's already well off, but he still thinks of Arthopayaha, about how to increase that wealth. Okay, he thinks of it, and this person is a role model for anyone who is interested in such an activity. It is a role model for an artharthi. Okay, so somebody who is interested in artha, he can emulate Vardhamana, and through this process he also provides he also takes us to the proper story per se as to how the cow meets the lion. Okay, so that is also there, but after that the Vardhamana does not come back in Panchatantra. So once his cow enters the jungle, there is no coming back of Vardhamana. So this entire Vardhamana episode is used by the author to teach us the importance of wealth. So there are going to be a lot of shlokas today, okay, which talk about the greatness of wealth and how important it is to make money, and how important it is to make money despite having a lot of money. So if you're just going to keep consuming the huge amount of wealth that you've already got, it is still going to exhaust someday, and it is not a good practice to keep consuming without accumulating or without procuring wealth through newer means. If you do not do that, it is not good, etc. Such ideas are expressed in this Vrittanta. So let us start. So ataha prarabhyate mitrabhedaha nama prathamam tantram. Ataha prarabhyate. So it is started. Something gets started. What is started? What is commenced? Mitrabhedaha nama prathamam tantram. So the tantra, the first book of Panchatantra called Mitrabheda is now commenced. So we commence upon this tantra. Now, atha, it begins with atha. Most of our texts begin with atha because it is considered to be a Mangala Vachaka pada. Okay. So, Omkarascha atha shabdascha dvavetau brahmanah pura kantham bhitva viniryatau tena mangalika vubhau. There's a Purana verse which says that, so atha was one of the foremost sounds which came out of Brahma. Okay, so it is considered to be very auspicious. So most of our texts begin with atha. Of course, it also has other arthas. Okay, so it can be used in the sense of anantarya, denoting atha means something is already done, and then something else is done, right? So then denotes anantarya, something is done after something. So atha denotes that anantarya, and there are other arthas for atha. Here it is a Mangala pada. So it starts with atha. Now we start with Mitrabheda. Yasya ayam adimaha shlokaha. Yasya Mitrabhedakhyasya tantrasya. So the Mitrabheda which we are going to just start, exploring. The first verse of that Mitrabheda is this. What is that verse? Vardhamano mahan snehaha simhago vrishayorvane pishunena tilubdhena jambukena vinashitaha. So this verse which is mentioned at the beginning itself is like the sorrow of Mitrabheda. What is the essence of the story that is going to be told in this part of Panchatantra is that Vane, in some forest, Simha Govrishayoho Madhye Vardhamanaha Mahan Sneha. So the love, okay, which was growing, the Preeti, Snehaha, Preetihi Tirthaha. Preetihi Ya Vardhamana Asit, Yaha Snehaha Vardhamanaha Asit. So there was a growing interest or growing love among two naturally inimical beings. Simha and a Govrisha became friends, which is not very natural. They are natural. One is a prey and another one is a predator, right? So Simha is the hunter and the bull is usually hunted by the lion. But these unusual, naturally inimical beings become friends somehow. Vane, Simha Govrishayoho Vardhamanaha Mahan Snehaha. So there was a growing love among these two beings in a forest, which was finally destroyed. Saha Snehaha Yaha Vardhamanaha Asit Saha Snehaha Jambukena Vinashitaha. It was destroyed by a jackal. So these two were becoming friends, and this was destroyed by a jackal. What kind of a Jambuka? Atilubdhena Jambukena. So a Jambuka who was very greedy. Atilubdhaha, lubdhaha, lobhi, tirtha. So the one who was very, very greedy, such a Jambuka, destroyed the growing friendship between these two creatures. Saha punaha kidrishaha Jambukam. Saha Jambukaha punaha kidrishaha. How was he? He was atilubdha. He was very greedy, and also he was a pishuna. A pishunaha is a backbiter. Okay. So khalaha, pishunaha, somebody who cannot be trusted, backbiter. So such a Jambuka destroyed the friendship that was growing between these two beings, Simha and Govrisha. Now what is mentioned here? It is not Go, but Govrisha or Vrisha. Govrisha is a Shrestha Vrishabha, not an ordinary bull, but a very fine bull. Shrestha Vrishabha, Govrishaha. I hope it is clear. We'll proceed with the next. There is a Gadyamsha here. Tadyatha Anushruyate Asti Dakshinatye Janapade Mahilaropyam Nama Nagaram. Tatra Dharmoparjita Bhuri Vibhavaha Vardhamanakaha Nama Vanikputraha Babhuva. Tasya Kadachit Ratrau Shayyarudhasya Chinta Samutpanna Yat Prabhute Pivitte Arthopayaha Chintaniyaha Kartavyaha Cheti Yata Uttancha. And then from here on, we are going to be seeing a number of verses. Let us finish this first. Tadyatha Anushruyate. So this is being told as it is heard. Okay, this is what we hear. Yatha Anushruyate. Tatha Uchyate. Kim Shruyate, what is heard, what is the traditional lore? Asti Dakshinatye Janapade Mahilaropyam Nama Nagaram. So Dakshinatye Janapade, in a southern Janapada, there is a city, Mahilaropyam Nama Nagaram Asti. Tatra Tasmin Nagare, in that Nagara, Dharmoparjita Bhuri Vibhavaha Vardhamanakaha Nama Vanikputraha Babhuva. We come to the Visheshana at the end. Tatra Vanikputraha Babhuva. Tatra Tasmin Nagare Vanikputraha, the son of a businessman, Babhuva Asit. Tasya Nama Kim Vardhamanakaha Nama Vanikputraha. So his name was Vardhamanaka. And how was he? Saha Dharmoparjita Bhuri Vibhavaha Asit. Saha Bhuri Vibhavaha Asit. He had a lot of wealth. Bhuri, Prabhutam, lot of Vibhava, wealth. And how was that earned? Not through any wrong means, but Dharmena Uparjitaha. Dharmena Uparjitaha Bhuri Vibhavaha. Saha Bhuri Vibhavaha Dharmoparjitaha Asit. It was earned through dharmic ways. Dharmic means only he did not amass wealth through illegal, immoral, unethical ways, but it was properly earned. This itself indicates that so within the limits of dharma, wealth can be earned, and wealth. So making money itself is not dharma viruddha by any means. That is why it is said you can make a lot of money. If you have the capability, you can make a lot of money within the limits of dharma. Dharmoparjita bhuri vibhavaha vardhamanakaha nama vanikputraha tatra putra mahilaropyakhe nagare asit. Tasya kadachit. So once upon a time, what happened? Shayyarudhasya tasya chinta samutpanna. Tasya Chinta Samutpanna. So he got a thought. Tasya chinta samutpanna. A worry or a thought, not a worry here, a thought came to him. So when kadachit ratro. So one night, he was just lying on his bed. Shayyarudhasya tasya. Tasya chinta samutpanna. Kidrishasya shayyarudhasya. So he was on his bed lying down and a thought came to his mind. What was that? Yat prabhutepi vitte. Prabhute vitte satyapi. So even when there is a lot of wealth, there is no need for him to make money for survival. He already has a lot of it. Prabhutam vittam tasya parshve vartate. He has a lot of wealth. Prabhutepi vitte. Even when there is a lot of wealth, arthopayaha chintaniyaha kartavyaha cha. So arthopayaha. So the means of making money and multiplying money should be thought and they should be implemented. Whatever is thought should also be implemented. Prathamam chintaniyaha tadanantaram kartavyaha. They must first be thought about, they must be pondered upon as to what is the best way of making money. And then those ideas must also be implemented. What he says. So, atra chinta itisi vicharaha ityartha. Thought came to his mind. Arthopayaha. So, means of making and increasing, multiplying money. Kutaha evam rupena tasya vicharaha agataha. So, why did he think of this all of a sudden? Because a few of the older sayings came to his mind. Oh, it is told, people do tell all this. So, we have been hearing it for a long time. So this has been going around in the society, in the family. So such thoughts came to his mind, such subhashitas seem to have come to his mind, which is what the author has presented for us. What are the thoughts? Nahi tad vidyate kinchid yadarthena na siddhyati yatnena matimams tasmadarthamekam prasadhayet. Punaha. Nahi tad vidyate kinchid yadarthena na siddhyati yatnena matimams tasmadarthamekam prasadhayet. Do the padacheda now. Nahi tat vidyate kinchid yat arthena na siddhyati. Yatnena. Sorry, there has to be a siddhyati. There's a dosha here. Yatnena matimams tasmad. So this is the right way it should have been written. Shamyatam siddhyati. Devarupam. Yatnena matiman tasmat artham ekam prasadhayet. It's a very simple verse. So he says, Yat arthena nasidhyati. That which cannot be obtained by wealth. Yat arthena nasidhyati. Tat kinchit nahi vidyate. That kind of a thing doesn't seem to be existent. So all that is there can be obtained with the help of money. In the Vyavaharika Loka, of course. So there is no question of something paramarthika that cannot be brought with money. Not such questions, but all the objects that we see around our world, they can be brought. All of them can be brought with money. Of course, there are things that are beyond the realm of objects. Right? So those that are not objects, those things cannot be brought with money, but that is not even in question here. So yat arthena nasidhyati tat kinchit nahi vidyate. That does not seem to be there in this world. Tasmat matiman. So therefore, tasmat karanat matiman. Matihi yasya vishesha rupena asti. Matihi yasya buddhihi. Buddhihi matihi. So an intelligent person has to, so what should he work for? Yatnena. So he must direct all his efforts towards what? Towards procuring wealth. Ekam artham prasadhayet. Yatnena. With all efforts, artham prasadhayet. So he must make money. Prasadhana means to earn or to achieve, to attain. He has to work towards attaining, making a lot of money, accumulating a lot of wealth, because there is nothing in this world that cannot be obtained with money, with wealth. Prasadhayet, the vidhiling prayoga must be done. Okay. So it's a very simple verse. Go to the next one. Yasyarthastasya mitrani, yasyarthastasya bandhavaha, yasyarthas pumal loke, yasyarthas sacha panditaha. Yasyarthastasya mitrani, yasyarthastasya bandhavaha, yasyarthas pumal loke, yasyarthas sacha panditaha. Do the padacheda. Yasya arthaha tasya mitrani. Bahu sukaram. Yasya bahu sulabham. Yasya arthaha tasya bandhavaha. Yasya arthaha saha puman loke. Yasya arthaha saha cha panditaha. We can do the Anvaya easily. Yasya arthaha. So the one who has a lot of wealth, tasya mitrani bhavanti. So he will have a lot of friends. He will get the opportunity to make a lot of friends because a lot of people would want to be his friends. So he has a lot of friends. Yasya arthaha tasya mitrani, yasya arthaha tasya bandhavaha. No doubt here. So the relatives will never leave a person who is very, very rich, and because of that he has a stature in the society. Relatives are going to be surrounding him all the time. Tasya bandhavaha api bhavanti. Yasya arthaha saha puman. So he who has to be a respectable man in the society has to have money, enough money. So yasya arthaha saha puman. Yasya arthaha saha panditaha. So the one who has money is, can be known as a pandita as well, because so when there is a competition between consulting a pandita and a rich man, one chooses to consult a rich man because of the benefits one can get when he consults a rich man, because so he can always make it up that he is a great pandita and he will be consulted for all reasons. There can be a very, very poor pandita, vidwan, sitting somewhere, but he will not be consulted because he has no social standing. He has no standing in the society. But this person, without the required learning also, he could be considered as a pandita just because he has a lot of money. It is something that we see today also. Does not need any explanation. Very simple. Next one. Nasa vidya na taddanam na tachilpam nasa kala na tatsthiryam hi dhaninam yachakairyanna giyate. Nasa vidya na taddanam na tachilpam nasa kala na tatsthiryam hi dhaninam yachakairyanna giyate. Na sa vidya, na tat danam, na tat shilpam, na sa kala, na tat sthiryam hi dhaninam yachakaihi yat na giyate. So yachakaihi yat na giyate. See, the beggars are somebody who is in need of money. He is a yachaka. So whom does he go to? He goes to a person who has a lot of money, probably a king or a rich businessman. So these yachakas go to them. And if they have to get something, they have to praise the person, right, who is giving. So moved by his words, maybe he might give a little more. So that is always the expectation. So yachakas praise all sorts of things that these people have, no matter the quality of that which is being praised. So a businessman might be educated, okay, but he wouldn't be the real pandita or something. Something he has learned, right? But then these people get praised, like the honorary doctorates of today. We give doctorates to anybody. Okay, so there's no meaning for that degree. Okay, so yachakaihi yat na giyate. So that which is not sung by praised, giyate here in the sense praised ityarthaha, shasyate ityarthaha, yat na shasyate. So that which is not praised by the yachakas of the dhanis, of the dhanikas, dhaninam yat na giyate. Tat na vidyate. Such a thing does not exist. Such a vidya is not there. Dhaninam sa vidya na vidyate. Etadrishi dhanikasya vidya nasti ya yachakaihi na giyate. So that type of an education is not there, belonging to a person who is wealthy. That is not praised by a yachaka. So no matter the quality of his vidya, it will be praised. Similarly, tad danam na. So no matter the quality of the charity, danam, that is performed by this businessman, the quality does not matter. It will anyway be praised by the yachaka. Evameva, shilpam kala. Shilpam kala, both of them are refer to crafts and arts only. But if we'll have to separate them, we can maybe say Shilpa is craft and Kala is fine art. Okay. So, etadrisham Shilpam nasti. Yat yachakaihi na giyate. Evameva Kala api nasti. So, fine art. Suppose a businessman, maybe he will scribble something, okay, during his free time, but he will be glorified as a great artist. Similarly, Shilpa, he need not be a great craftsman, but still he will be praised for his work and so on. That's thairyam api. Thairya, sthirasya bhavaha sthiryam. Sthiratvam is a firmness. To be firm. Okay. So they are also praised for their boldness, and these are just a few examples. All sorts of gunas are praised because after all, these people have to get something from them. So they will praise them. So in the society, what happens? These words become famous, and it is as the words become famous and the words travel, it is as though that the businessman, as the person who is a dhanika, is all knowing and knows everything, and such kind of an image gets built up in the society, is what he is saying. Go to the next verse. Iha loke hi dhaninam paropi svajanayate svajanopi daridranam sarvada durjanayate. Iha loke hi dhaninam paropi svajanayate svajanopi daridranam sarvada durjanayate. So we have to remember that these are the subhashitas, or is given to us in the form of a subhashita, but these thoughts cross the mind of Vardhamana, and these are the ones that are inspiring him towards making money when he has no other necessity for it. So these are the words that he takes inspiration from. So he says, Ihaloke hi dhaninam paropi swajanaya. These are seen in the world. Even now we can see them. Ihaloke, asmin loke, dhaninam, dhanikanam, paraha api swajanayate. Paraha itisya shatruhu. Shatruhu api swajanayate. Swajanayate itisya swajanavat acharanam karoti. Swajanavat acharanam ityukte kim? Swajanaha kim karoti? Swajanaha iti kopi manyate chit. Somebody thinks of himself as a swajana to me, for example. He would do that which is good for me. Hitam karoti. Right? So he will never do something that will harm me. Similarly, even the enemy of a dhanika behaves like a swajana, means that he never thinks of harming a dhanika. Why? Not because of any good intention, but just because that will harm him in return. So he behaves like a swajana. He does not become a swajana. Behaves like a swajana, but that is good enough. Swajanayate. Because even when having swajanas, what happens in the case of daridra? Daridranam tu swajanaha api sarvada durjanayate. So even a swajana or a close relative, bandhuhu api daridranam krite katham vyavaharam karoti iti chet durjanavada acharanam karoti. He behaves like a durjana. So what will a durjana do? Nothing but harm. You can expect nothing but harm from a kala. In the same way, when you are poor, you cannot expect anything but harm even from your own relative, because he is going to abandon you. Daridranam tu swajanaha api sarvada durjanayate. Dhaninam is the dhani, dhanino, dhaninaha. Dhani, dhanin. Okay, that is the Moola Shabda. So, Shakti Vibhakti. I'm sorry, Kshamyadam again. This is Bahuvachana. Okay. So, Dhaninaha, Dhaninoho, Dhaninam. Bahuvachanam bhavati atra Dhaninam. So, for the wealthy men. Okay. To the wealthy men, what happens? Even the para Shatru behaves like a Swajana. And in the case of a Daridra, Daridranam, Sarvada. Tadapi Sarvada. Not just sometime, always. Even Swajana becomes a Durjana. The next verse, Arthe. So a lot of verses are here. So it actually gets too lengthy. So we start wondering, okay, we get the point, why so many verses? But it is just to convey one point, and in the process, picking up a few subhashitas. So, Arthebhyopi hi vriddhebhyaha Ahatebhya itastataha pravartante kriyas sarvah parvatebhya ivapagaha. Arthebhyopi hi vriddhebhyaha ahatebhya itastataha pravartante kriyas sarvah parvatebhya ivapagaha. So there is another example. Sarvaha kriyaha pravartante. Sarvaha kriyaha katham pravartante. All the actions that we see in the world. So how are they going on? What is the thing that propels? What is it that keeps so many activities going on in this world? So many activities are going on. So what acts as a moola for all those activities? Kriyaha. Sarvaha kriyaha arthebhyaha pravartante. Arthebhyaha hi sarvaha kriyaha pravartante. It's only from wealth, money, that all these activities are kept going. Tadapi kidrishebhyaha arthebhyaha. Vriddhebhyaha arthebhyaha. So the artha which is increasing always, because you keep using the artha for activity, then the heap is going to reduce. So you will have to keep adding to the heap, right? So vriddhebhyaha. So how do you do the vriddhi of that artha? Itastataha ahatebhyaha vriddhebhyaha api arthebhyaha. Itastataha, from here and there. Ahatebhyaha, brought. This wealth is not obtained so easily. One has to go in search of it, and through some means and through sheer hard work, this wealth is earned from here and there. Businessmen, that is why they are famous for traveling. All these enterprising men, they go out to this place, that place, and with their hard efforts, they bring home money. And this keeps increasing. With such money, all the activities of the world are sustained. How? There is an udaharana given. Parvatebhyaha apagaha iva. So just like the rivers are sustained by the source in the mountain, right? So parvatebhyaha apagaha iva. So just the river, as the river proceeds from the mountain where it has its source, similarly, all kriyas, sarvaha kriyaha, itastataha ahatebhyaha, vriddhebhyaha, arthebhyaha. So it proceeds from the wealth that is earned through hard efforts. It is brought from here and there. Itastataha ahatebhyaha, it is brought. Okay. And vriddhebhyaha, it is grown. It is not sitting stagnant, it is growing. From such money, from such wealth is what all the activities of the world go on. They proceed from that kind of a huge heap of wealth. So apaga, okay, so that is a paryaya pada for nadi. Apena jalasamuhena gachati iti apaga. It is strilingam padam. So nadi yartha apaga shabdasya. And parvatebhyaha, this is very simple. Parvata, Panchami Vibhakti, from Parvatas, from many mountains. So Bahuvachana is there. Parvata Shabda, Panchami Vibhakti, Bahuvachana. So the next verse. Pujyate yada pujyopi yada gamyopi gamyate vandyate yada vandyopi saprabhavo dhanasya cha. So once again, the same idea. There is no new idea in this set of verses. Repetitive. So in different forms, the same idea is conveyed. Saha dhanasya prabhavaha. So that is the prabhava of money. That is the greatness of money. What is it? Yat apujyaha api pujyate. So one who has it, even though he is apujya. So by real evaluation, he is only apujya. Apujya is not worthy of puja. But saha pujyate. But then he is worshipped, he is respected. Why? Dhanasya prabhava. So that is the prabhava, that is the greatness of money, the author says. Yat apujyaha api pujyate, yat agamyaha api gamyate. So even though he is agamya, he is not worthy of being approached, he is approached. People seek him for all sorts of suggestions and this and that. Why? Dhanasya prabhava. Excuse me. Yat avandyaha api vandyate. So even though he is not vandya, he is not worthy of worship, he is worshipped. Saha vandyate. Sacha dhanasya prabhava. And this is because of the power of money, the author says. Next one. Ashanadindriyani vasyuh karyanyakhilанyapi yetasmat karanad vittam sarvasadhanamuchyate. Again. Ashanadindriyani vasyuh karyanyakhilанyapi yetasmat karanad vittam sarvasadhanamuchyate. So how do we do the padacheda for this verse? Ashanat indriyani iva syuhu karyani akhilani api yetasmat karanat vittam sarvasadhanam uchyate. So ashanat indriyani iva. So this once again the same idea, like how parvatebhya ivapagaha evameva arthebhyaha sarvaha kriyaha. So all activities have artha as their moola. Similarly, just like how ashana sustains indriyani, ashanat indriyani iva. So ashanam means food. So just like the food which is sustaining the indriyas, all our indriyas are sustained by food, right? So if we do not have food, these indriyas will stop working, right? So ashanadeva indriyani pravartante evameva akhilanyapi karyani. All the activities that are going on in this world, vittat sihu, they are going on because of money. So money is sustaining this world, is the fundamental idea. Etasmat karanat, because of this karana, because of this reason, vittam sarvasadhanam uchyate. So money is understood to be sarvasadhana, accomplisher of everything. So if you have this one tool called money, you can accomplish everything that you want in this jagat, in this vyavaharika jagat. Anything can be accomplished with money. So you better make efforts for earning and multiplying the money that you already have. So ashanat. So ashanam. So it comes from ash. Okay, dhatu, and then there is a pratyaya called lyud that is added, and then this is a bhavarthaka pratyaya. Then it becomes like you add lyud to gam, it becomes gamana. So ashanam it becomes. Okay. So it denotes the bhava of eating. Okay. So eating and then extended. So food. Ashanate indriyani. So by eating, the indriyas are sustained. Food sustains the indriyas. Artharthi jivalokoyam shmashanamapi sevate त्यक्त्वा जनयितारं स्वं निस्वं गच्छति दूरतः. Again. अर्थार्थी जीवलोकोऽयं श्मशानमपि सेवते त्यक्त्वा जनयितारं स्वं निस्वं गच्छति दूरतः. So once again, I'll come to the questions at the end. I'm just checking these question boxes now just to know if there is no connection issue or anything. So Artharthi Jivaloka. So Jivaloka refers to Prani, any person, Purushaha. Okay. Yaha Artharthi Bhavati. So the one who is focused on earning wealth, making money. Saha Shmashanamapi Sevate. Okay. So he prefers a Shmashana also. Okay. A burial ground as well. Okay. What does this mean? This means that an Artharthi is usually ready to go to any extent to make money. So it is not encouraging this. Okay. It is not encouraging and saying that if you are an Artharthi, you must go to any extent. No, that is not the purpose of the shloka. The verse is saying that if we observe in the loka that Artharthi goes to any extent, of course, there can be such cases, right? So what can we learn from this? That money is really important, that there are people who are ready to go to this kind of they are going to go to this, they are ready to go to this end in order to make money. It only indicates the value of money. So I better learn. I don't have to emulate him, the one who has, taken, has decided to, take recourse to Smashana. So that kind of a measure I don't have to take, but it only teaches me the value of money, that people are ready to do this. Tyaktva janayitaram swam niswam gacchati durataha. So he is ready to even abandon tyaktva swam niswam janayitaram tyaktva. So janayita is the one who has given birth. Ita itirtha. So niswam janayitaram. So he is ready to abandon his own father, who is not having much money, who is himself poor. He is ready to abandon his own father and go far off. Okay. To do what? To make money. Okay. So that is the nature of an Artharthi. So there are people who take such kind of measures, actions in this world. It is observed. So we can only learn from this that if people are doing this, maybe there is a lot of value in money, that they are ready to do such usually unexpected activities. Okay, they are ready to go to this extent. That is what this shows. Janayitaram tyaktva. So even leaving one's own parents, one's own father, and doing something else and going far away to make money. Again, I don't have to give you the example at all. This is also, we see something today. Right? So parents are here and children are somewhere. For what? Artha. And all that is associated with Artha. Because we can often think of answers such as comfort is there, this, that, but all that comes from money. Okay. And that cannot be earned here. So, Janaidaram tyaktva durataha gachanti. Artharthi gacchati. Artharthinaha gachanti. Adyapi gachanti. Idrishyate. Next one. Gatavayasamapi pumsam yesham artha bhavanti te tarunaha arthe tu yehi na vridhaste yauvane pisyuhu. Gatavayasamapi pumsam yesham artha bhavanti te tarunaha arthe tu yehi na vridhaste yauvane pisyuhu. To the padacheda. Gata vayasam api pumsam yesham arthaha bhavanti te tarunaha arthe tu ye hinaha vridhaha te yauvane apisyuhu. This is again having a very direct artha. Gata vayasam api pumsam yesham arthaha santi. So Gata vayasam api purusha. So those who are old. Okay? Gatam vayaha yesham te. So those whose age is gone, ayuhu is gone, old. Okay. Even they, among those men, but if they have money, okay, even to those people who are already old, but if they have money, yasham arthaha santi te tarunaha bhavanti. They are young. They can be considered as good as young because they will be able to do anything with the money that they have. So they might enjoy all the pleasures that a young person would crave for. They can get that. They can buy it with the same money even at their age. Ye tu arthena hina. In their case is okay, but ye tu arthena hina. Yavvanepi vruddhaha. So if one does not have enough money at a young age, okay, during yavvana, if you do not have the money, you are as good as a vruddha because you cannot enjoy anything. You might have all the desires and want to enjoy, etc., but you're as good as a vruddha who cannot enjoy anything. Yetu arthena hinaha, arthahinaha yavvane. It is a very sad story. That is why the famous verse, the famous Avvaiyar also says, Kodidu kodidu, varumai kodidu, adarinum kodidu, ilamayil varumai. Okay, so yavvane dhanahinatvam. That is really, really sad. So that is what he also says. Ye yavvane api arthena hinaha, te vruddhaha bhavanti. So they are as good as old people who cannot enjoy anything. Pumsam ityasti. Pums. Okay, this is the Moola Shabda. So Shakti Vibhakti Bahuvachana Pumsam iti bhavati. Pumsaha ekavachane, Pumsam Bahuvachane Rupam bhavati. Vayasam. Vayas. Okay, so this is an Apumsakalinga Shabda. Vayas Shabda. And then Shashti Vibhakti Bahuvachana. Go to the next verse. Katavayasam api Pumsam. Now we are coming to the end of, at least temporarily, there is a break from shlokas. So he has taught about all these things. Okay, all these shlokas and all these ideas conveyed by these shlokas have come to his mind, and now he says, Sacha arthaha purushanam shadbhirupayayir bhavati bhikshaya nripasevaya rishikarmana vidyoparjanena vyavaharena vanikkarmana va sarvesham api tesham vanijyena atiraskritaha arthalabhaha syat. So we'll split the words now. Sacha arthaha, saha arthaha, purvokta lakshanaha arthaha. That artha which has been praised so far. Okay, so whose glory has been sung so far. Purushanam katham bhavati. So how can man make money? Okay, fine. It is understood now that okay, that one has to make money, and the importance of wealth is all clear. But how to make wealth? What are the means for making money? Such arthaha purushanam shadbhirupayehi bhavati. So there are 6 means to making money, making wealth. And what are they? Bhikshaya, one can beg. Okay, that's the first option. Bhikshaya, nripasevaya. Okay, so provide services to the king. Nripasevaya. And then krishikarmana, do farming, take up agriculture, and through krishikarma make money. And then sell whatever is your produce, sell it, and then take money in exchange. Krishikarmana. Vidyoparjanena. So you can do Vidyarjana, okay, and then become a Pandita. And then a Pandita will be respected and he will be taken care of. And by that, your money can grow. That is also an option. Vidyoparjanena. Vyavaharena. Vyavahara here means lending money. Okay, lending money for an interest. Okay, and then that money multiplies, it comes back. Vyavaharena. And then vanikkarmanava. Vanikkarma is trade. Okay? You take up some trade, take up some business and do it. Vanikkarmana va. Shadupayaha yete. So these are the 6 means that is provided by the current author. Okay, this author says you can do, you can take bhiksha. Bhikshacharya is one option. Nripaseva, krishikarma, vidyoparjana, vyavahara, or vanikkarma. Sarvesham api tesham. So among all these options that have just been told, Vanijyena atiraskritaha arthalabhaha syat. He says, Vanijya, vanikkarma, tena, vanijyena, vanikkarmana, Atiraskritaha arthalabhaha syat. Okay. Atiraskrita, tiraskara means to dishonor somebody, to put down somebody. So atiraskritaha arthalabhaha means, so arthalabha, making money in a decent way, okay, in an honorable fashion. Okay, so that goes only to Vanijya. Okay, so only when you do respectable trade, making money through that trade is a very, very respectable option in the society in comparison to Bhiksha, Drupaseva, Krishikarma, Vidyoparjana, Vyavahara. Why? Uktancha yataha. He is going to tell the reason for that, as to why he chooses Vanik Karma among all the options. Okay, that is going to be mentioned. Atiraskritaha, avachyaha, so that you are not dishonored. Vidyoparjanena, vidyayaha uparjanam, teda, okay, to acquire learning, and then because of that earn wealth. That is one option, but that is also going to be disregarded here. Why? It's a beautiful verse. Krita bhikshane kair vitarati nrupo nochitamaho krishih klishta vidya guru vinaya vrityati vishama kusida daridryam parakaragata granthi shamanan namanye vanijyat kimapi paramam vartanamiha. Once again, Krita bhikshane kair vitarati nrupo nochitamaho krishih klishta vidya guru vinaya vrityati vishama kusida daridryam parakaragata granthi shamanan namanye vanijyat kimapi paramam vartanamiha. As it is already 7:40 almost, I'll have to stop the class at 7:45. So maybe I will take questions and we can see the artha for this verse to Padacheda and all tomorrow. So are there any questions? If so, can you please raise your hands so that I Bhartrihari Niti Shatakam course, please get in touch with me via mail. I will see what is the problem. But if it is about assessment certificate, etc., you can write to the admin team of Vyoma. Okay. So why in verse 1.7 neuter gender pronoun yat is used with masculine nouns? Okay, I'll have a look at that. And there are a good number of hands raised. We'll go to that. Richard Mahodaya.
Yes, hello. The final verse, what is the name of the meter? I know it is not Anushta. What meter is this final verse?
Oh, this one is it? Krita bhiksha nekair. Okay, I'll let you know in the next class, sir. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Am I audible? Yeah. Am I audible? Yeah, I'll let you know the meter in the next class, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then, sorry. Devika Bhagini.
Namaskaram, Mahodaya.
Namaskaram.
We have in that sloka 1.9, niswam it is given. What is the meaning of that word?
Swam refers to money. Okay. Niswam means without money. So a father who is poor by himself, okay, he has to be taken care of. Okay. Such a father is also left. Okay, abandoned.
And Jiva Lokaha also means
Jiva Lokaha. Jiva Lokaha refers to Purushaha, the one who is the living beings. Okay.
Okay.
Dhanyavadaha. Shrivatsan Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah, I cannot understand the Atirakritaha, that area.
Atiraskritaha. Tiraskara. To do tiraskara of somebody is to disrespect somebody, to ignore somebody and disrespect the person.
Okay.
So tiraskritaha is the person who is disrespected, dishonored. Atiraskritaha is somebody who is not disrespected, means somebody who is honorable.
Yeah.
Okay. Astu. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
Okay. There is PG Mahodaya. I don't know. Yes.
Namaskar.
Namaskaram.
I would like to know the meaning of that fourth verse. Actually, I could not understand it.
Fourth verse is it? Let me check quickly.
Yachakaihi na giyate.
Ha, yachakai yanna giyate. Okay. See. Dhaninam vidya na vidyate ya yachakai na giyate. Dhaninam tat danam na vidyate yat yachakai na giyate. Evam rupena anvayaha kartavyaha. So that, see, vidya belonging to dhani, okay, dhanika is not there. That which is not praised by the yachaka. To do ganam means what? To sing the glory of something, right? So dhaninam vidya nasti. So there is a no vidya belonging to the dhanika which is not glorified by the yachakas. There is a no craft belonging to the dhanikas which is not glorified by the yachaka. There is no fine art belonging to the dhanika which is not glorified by a yachaka. Evam ritya bhavati. Avagatam va?
One more query I have.
Yes. Yes.
10th verse. Can you please share that slide?
10th one.
Can you
is,
show your screen so that?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Is it visible now? Yes.
Yes. Here, in the verse it is written arthe, but in Anvaya it is written yetu arthena. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Arthena tu yehina. Okay. Not
okay.
artha.
Here also
Okay.
it is arthena. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a mistake from my side. Sorry, I'll correct it.
No. Dhanyavada.
Yeah, dhanyavada. Okay, I'm not able to. Okay. Yes. Next one, Praveena Bhagini, Praveena Mahodaye.
Namaste Mahodaye.
Namaste.
Swaha Swaniha, that shlok can you show?
Which one?
9th one, which Swaha Niswaha.
Tyaktva janayitaram swam niswam gacchati durataha. Yes. Yeah. So
can we find this lyric somewhere in the portal?
No, this PPT will be uploaded, Mahoday.
Okay, then thank you. Bye.
Okay. All the class immediately after the class, maybe you can give us a day. This PPT will be uploaded.
Thank you very much. Dhanyavada.
Okay. That is all, I think. And and before we close, I just wanted to answer one question which I had, which came up in the last class, the difference between Parangata and Parangama. I don't remember the name of the person who raised that question. Okay, so see, Parangata, Parangama, as I mentioned in the last class, the idea behind both the verses is the same. The Vyakaranamsha, if we have to look, Parangata is somebody who has already crossed, because Gata is past participle form. So Param Yena Gataha, Saha Parangataha. So the one who has seen the end of it, who has reached the other end. Param Gamaha is derived from another pratyaya. So Gata is derived from one pratyaya called Tap pratyaya. So Gamaha comes from another pratyaya, Ghai pratyaya, in the sense of movement, denoting movement. So Parang Gamaha also means the same. Okay. So Gataha is one who has already gone. Gamaha means movement. So one who has that kind of a movement. Okay. One who is reaching the para is a Parangama. Okay. So both of them mean the same. So this is something I wanted to answer, and I think it is already 7:45. So I will close the class now because there is another session that has to start at 8, and so we cannot keep the Zoom session going. So we will close now, and we will see you tomorrow. Namasarvebhyah. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Dhanyavadah.
धन्यवाद मोहिनी.